When you think of Nepal, you probably picture these stunning, epic mountains. But there's another kind of mountain growing there, one made of waste. So today, we're going to dig into a new survey that really pulls back the curtain on this hidden crisis in Nepal's cities and what it's going to take to fix it. Let's get into it.
Yeah, this is probably not what you're picturing when you think of a tourist paradise. This is the temporary landfill for Pokhara, one of Nepal's most popular spots. And I mean, just look at this. Waste is literally just tumbling down a collapsed riverbank. This is an absolute disaster waiting to happen. 100 tons. To put that in perspective, that's about the weight of 15 adult elephants. And get this, that's how much new waste gets dumped right here every single day. It's a ticking time bomb, for the local environment and for the people who depend on it. So the big question is, how does a city's trash end up literally on a riverbank? To figure that out, we've got to go back to the very beginning. We're going to follow the journey of waste right from our homes and businesses all the way to its final and frankly horrifying stop. See, Nepal is a country that's just developing at lightning speed. Its cities are booming with new people, new businesses, a huge tourism industry. But all that growth, it's creating this massive problem, a literal tidal wave of trash that's just completely overwhelming the country's old, outdated systems. And hey, the numbers really don't lie. In just a little over a decade, the population of Pokhara metropolitan city has more than doubled. Then you add millions of tourists on top of that every year, and the city is basically drowning in the consequences of its own success, and that means its own trash. Okay, so where does all that garbage actually go? Let's follow, say, a single piece of garbage right from the moment you toss it to see where it really ends up. You throw something away, it disappears. Simple, right? Well, not quite. Turns out the journey of your trash is way more complicated than you probably think. And as we're about to see, the problems, they start right at the very beginning with just picking it up. In a city like Kathmandu, waste collection is just a total free-for-all. You've got the city's trucks, right? But then you also have this whole swarm of private companies, and they're all crisscrossing the same streets with basically zero coordination. It's pure chaos, and it means a ton of trash just gets left behind. And here's the kicker. No matter who picks up the trash, it pretty much all ends up in the same kind of place. A toxic dump, right on the banks of a river. This isn't just a waste problem anymore. It's a full-blown environmental crisis in the making. So, from that chaotic collection all the way to these dangerous disposal sites, it's pretty clear Nepal's waste management system isn't just strained, it's broken. We're talking about a system that's right on the edge of collapse, and the consequences? They're just devastating. And look, this isn't just one or two little problems here and there. This is a complete system failure. You've got landfills like Banchari Danda that are literally overflowing. All this valuable stuff, plastics, organic matter, is just getting buried forever. And worse, toxic sludge is seeping out and poisoning the water. It's a perfect storm of neglect and bad management, and it's creating a huge public health and environmental catastrophe. Yeah, and this isn't just about garbage. This is about people's lives. The survey itself warns that the Pokhara landfill could literally collapse at any moment. Can you imagine? It could bury the people who live and work right there. This is a genuine life-or-death situation, and we just can't afford to look away. Okay, but it's not all doom and gloom. Seriously, in the middle of all this, there are amazing people and organizations who are really fighting for a better future. They're showing everyone that a different path is actually possible, one where waste isn't a problem, but maybe an opportunity. So where do we start? Well, the most powerful change actually starts right in our own homes and businesses. It's all about what we do with our trash before it even leaves the building. It sounds so simple, but it has the power to change the entire system. It's a concept called source separation, and honestly, it's a total game changer. All it means is having different bins, one for your food scraps, one for your plastic bottles, and one for everything else. It's such a small change in our daily routine, but it makes a massive difference, because it's that first crucial step to turning our trash into, well, treasure. And check this out. In one neighborhood in Kathmandu, the future is already happening. The city has rolled out these new smart trucks. They have separate compartments for organic and non-organic waste. It's a pretty simple innovation, right? But it's a huge symbol of what can happen when a community and its leaders actually work together. 2 tons. Think about that. That's about the weight of a small car. And in Bhaktapur municipality, that's how much organic waste they're keeping out of the landfill every single day and turning into rich, fertile compost. That's 2 tons of waste becoming a valuable resource instead of a problem. And hey, it's not just the government that's stepping up. In Pokhara, there's this local company that's taking plastic bottles and turning them into brand new products. I mean, it's a total win-win. They're cleaning up the environment and creating jobs. This is what a circular economy looks like in action, and it's a fantastic model for the rest of the country. So these are all incredible, inspiring examples of what's possible, right? But the big question is, how do we take these small wins and turn them into a national movement? Well, this survey actually gives us a roadmap, a step-by-step guide to building a cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable Nepal. It's basically a 4-part plan for a total revolution in how waste is managed. First, you need strong national leadership to set the rules of the game. Second, you make source separation the law of the land for everyone. Third, you got to invest in modern facilities that can actually turn that trash into treasure. And fourth, you have to formally partner with the private sector to drive innovation and create new green jobs. So here's the bottom line. The future of Nepal, it's not some distant thing. You can see it in its trash. We can keep doing what we're doing, burying our problems on the banks of rivers, or we can choose to build a better future, one recycled bottle and one composted banana peel at a time. The choice really is ours.